What's up everybody, Matt here, and today I'll be reviewing Starlight issue 1. This is an Image comic by Mark Millar and Goran Parlov. So let's get into it. So we open up on a Flash Gordon 1950s sci-fi set, and we see this guy Duke McQueen, and he's being awarded some type of medal, and then we cut to a alarm going off, and we see Duke, and he's aged quite a bit. He's an old man now, and he's alone and everything, and we find out he's getting ready for his wife's funeral. He goes and meets his family out in the car, and they go off to the ceremony and everything. We then see 6 months before that, and he's out on a date with his wife, and they seem like a really happy couple, and we find out that his wife gets cancer, and that's how she dies. Then after the funeral, he sees both his sons talking, and they say like, hey, we should put him in a home, and the other son's like, nah, he's fine, he's strong as an ox, and he's still got his wits, he's fine, we just need to keep an eye on him. We then cut back to this 1950s planet, like space opera sort of thing, and he's sword fighting this guy, and he ends up killing the guy, and obviously that's how he gets the award and everything. We then cut back to the alarm going off and him waking up, and it's a year later after his wife's died, and he's out grocery shopping because his family's going to be coming down for the anniversary of his wife's death. It's something they celebrate, and these kids come up to him in the supermarket, and they ask him like, hey, are you the guy who said you flew your plane to another planet? And they're sort of making fun of him and everything, because I don't think really anyone believes that he went to this other planet. And we get this cool montage of him, he's buying shampoo while we see him on this planet, and he's like riding space dragons and whatnot. It's pretty funny. Anyway, we find out that his sons have actually kind of blown him off. They like sort of mix up, or one of them sort of mixed up their like dates, and they're at his son's softball game and everything, while the other son's, see, he's kind of a dick, he screens one of his dad's phone calls on his mobile and doesn't say, I don't need to answer, it's just my dad. Anyway, Duke's looking at his, I guess you could just call it a secret lair. It's not really, it's just a room in his house where he's got like his old space suit hanging up, his laser guns and everything, and all these news clippings about how how he went to another planet and everything and whatnot. We then see near the end of the comic, he's on this planet, and he's talking with this woman who's sort of like the queen. Her name's Attila, and we find out that there's like a breach in space time continuum or something. They call it the breach, and that's his way to get back home. So he ends up going back home, back to his wife Joanne. Then as he's looking over old photos, he hears like a rumbling noise, and he goes outside, and he finds this spaceship has like landed on his like front doorstep basically, and that's where the comic ends. It's pretty cool. I'm always keeping an eye out for what Mark Millar's doing. I like a lot of his stuff, Superior, Nemesis, Super Crooks, they're all really cool little ventures he's done. And this is no different. This is, hardcore. This is like a new Flash Gordon. This is like literally Flash Gordon. It's pretty cool. I like the whole like 1950s sort of look of everything. That's everything on like the alien planets and everything. It's all very 1950s. The saucer shaped ships and everything. It's pretty cool. Art's pretty cool. It's done by a guy called Goran Parlov. I've never actually heard of him, but he's actually a pretty damn good artist. I like his art. I'm going to give this a 8 out of 10.